Hello everyone, welcome to this component overview for Dark Souls, the board game's basic monster cards. This is where I'll be going over the actual cards themselves for how the monsters act and everything, their basic stats and all of that. I will not be covering the bosses or mini-bosses in this video, just the 6 original monsters. These are pretty much what you're going to face majority of the game, because at the end of the day, this is what they're what spawn for the 4 rooms that you can go through, or in most cases have to go through, depending on how you set it up, before you can face the boss or mini-boss. What can spawn is based on the encounter cards, and I will be getting those on a different video. But let's get right to this.
First off, we've got the Hollowed Soldier, who with a threat of 5, a single health like most of the basic enemies. He's a 0 melee, a armor and magic resist of 1, and a dodge of 1 to his attacks. His AI is move forward towards the closest target, then attempt to strike the closest target, likely the same target, for 4. I find that these are pretty easy to get around and deal with. I haven't had any issues when I've fought 3 of them, but sometimes with some support they can get a little annoying. Dodge characters avoid them easily, and armor characters kind of just shrug them off. Now, but the Hollow Crossbowman, on the other hand, not so much. With a threat of 2, 1 health as well, and also 1 dodge value, range infinite like both of the range enemies, and only an armor of 1, making it easy for magic users to just knock them out. Their AI results in a backup from the threat target hit, and then attempt to hit them for 3 magic damage. This is a little bit harder to deal with because magic resist is harder to get in the beginning, and that's mainly when these guys will show up, but everything can still show up towards the end. These are the only things that do inherent magic damage out of the common enemies. But they're not hard to kill, honestly. Then the Large Hollow Soldier is next, with a threat of 6, 5 health, still not the most, a 0 melee range, so, well, I'll get to that later, 1 armor, and 1 dodge value. The thing is, these guys push for 5 damage and move on to you. So they'll hit everything in the node if there's anything there, and honestly, I think they do way too much damage for being that they're supposed to be a medium range monster, but to be fair, they are technically the second highest common enemy. Now, for clarification, I know I had to look this up, and took a while to get clarification. A monster with a shove attack that does damage does not do damage on the initial shove if you are standing on them before they move. It is only when they move that they do the damage. They will still move, shove, and do the damage, but regardless. Next we have the Silver Knight Swordsman with a threat of 7 and also 1 health, a 0 melee, and a 2 armor with 1 magic resist, and a 2 to dodge. These guys are a little bit more annoying because of the 2 to dodge, and their AI being that they'll move very fast with the 2 movement to the closest, and then try to strike their closest at that moment, and for 5, with a knockback if they hit, and they will hit everything, strike at everything in the node, as does everything else from here on out. Next, we have the Silver Knight Bowman, with a threat of 3, also 1 health, infinite range just like the Crossbowman, and a 2 armor with no magic resist, also just like the Crossbowman, and 1 dodge. Now, this is the only one that strikes first, then moves, and just like the Crossbowman, will go after the threat. Strikes for 4 melee, again, hitting everything in the node, and then backs up for 1. I think this is actually easier to deal with than the Crossbowman, and unless you're grouped up, or you just end up hitting a lot, mainly because at the end of the day, it also has a 1 dodge, but, you know, doesn't have the issue of magic. armor characters can still take them. Lastly, we have the Sentinel, who doesn't start showing up till encounter level 2s, with a 9 threat, 10 health, double the second highest, 1 melee reach, 2 armor, 1 resist, and a 1 dodge. Now, he will move and shove for no damage, unlike the large hollow, and will then attempt to attack, both of these being towards the closest, for 6 of everything in the node. As long as you plan it out right, I think this is actually easier to deal with than the than the large hollow, because of the fact that he won't automatically just be like, here, take the damage, or shove and move you around a lot. Yeah, but again, he will shove once, and shove again if you start on him. Mind you, I think this is easier for dodge characters, I should say.
Alright everyone, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. Well, if you enjoyed it or if it was helpful, feel free to press the like button. If you didn't, go ahead and press that dislike button. But please try to leave a constructive comment in the process. Also, feel free to leave a comment in general, and if you want to see more like this, be it the other component overview videos, or my Let's Plays, miniature paintings, or various other things, feel free to subscribe. But for now, that's all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.